because the greatest point guard on earth is LeBron James. He's just in the body of a power forward. He's a better point guard than Kyrie. He's also a better 2 guard, a 3, 4, or 5. He's just better than Kyrie at whatever you need to do other than finish in the paint when it counts. LeBron is better. So the point is, the team functions best with LeBron as the primary ball handler. Stephen A., it's the reason why Kobe Bryant wasn't as good with Steve Nash as with Derek Fisher. It's the reason why Michael Jordan was better when he had a guy like B.J. Armstrong or Kerr or someone like that playing next to him than a ball-dominant point guard. Because these guys need to control the flow of the game, need to control the ball. It makes the team better. And LeBron is a better point guard than Kobe or Jordan, obviously, at the point.
Let me respond to that, because there's a philosophical difference that I want to educate you about when it comes to the game of basketball that I truly want you to understand. When we talk about LeBron, yes, LeBron is your best point guard. Yes, LeBron is your best player. My problem with your analysis most of the time, Max, when it comes to the game of basketball, is you look at the individual player and you talk about their greatness, but you don't think about the totality in terms of the effect that they have on the guys around them. Your thinking is, well, they went to the finals 3 consecutive years, and they won the finals. My point is that, but you might have done that with LeBron letting Kyrie be Kyrie. LeBron figuring out a way, because he's great enough to do it, to figure out other ways to evolve and to really elevate his game and that of the other guys around him, while also keeping Kyrie interested, invigorated, and more importantly, hell-bent on staying in Cleveland as opposed to departing. When you look at it from that perspective, I'm not trying to say that you're wrong about what LeBron means to a team. What I'm saying is, because he's so great and he's so versatile, he could have, unlike most, he could have afforded to give Kyrie what he wanted, when he wanted it, and how he wanted it, and still figured out a way to win. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe. I'll say this. I appreciate team chemistry and the kind of leadership that doesn't drive out a future Hall of Famer when he's 25 years old, right, which it appears that Kyrie will be one day if he keeps us up in the Hall of Fame. And he's just entering his prime. That's on LeBron. You figure out a way to make that work, LeBron. It's also on Kyrie. It takes 2. But primarily, I'm with you on that. LeBron botched that. And I think when he gets older, he'll look back and do the Shaq, you know, like when Shaq talked about Penny and he was just immature and all that in the documentary. I think that's probably what's going to happen to LeBron when he gets older. At least I hope, because I agree with you. That's on him. But LeBron as the primary ball handler, like LeBron's responsibility here is to make the most out of any group. And when he's the primary ball handler and Kyrie takes, you know, when he needs a breather, Kyrie becomes that guy, or Kyrie's used as an offensive weapon, the Cavs actually functioned optimally, I think. But it's not even important in what I think. It's what LeBron thinks, who knows more about basketball than everyone else. Like, the thing that makes LeBron special is, you know, primarily is that he's 6'8" and he's the fastest guy and he jumps the highest and all that stuff. No, it's that he's a basketball genius. So he looks at this is the way it functions best and deploys the guys that way. Kyrie would never have been happy with that because he had more to give.
But it also works to his advantage. It also works to his advantage, and it makes him happy. But if it's making you happy at the expense of 11 other guys, you've got a problem. Let's look at Michael Jordan from this perspective. Max Kellerman, you were watching basketball in Michael Jordan's heyday. Don't tell me that you saw Michael Jordan on the – no, don't tell me that you saw a Michael Jordan on the court that was always just MJ. There were concessions that he was willing to make because it was going to not only facilitate Chicago winning, but more importantly than that, it made the guys around him happy to play with him.
Correct.
That matters.
Can I tell you what you're talking about? Can I tell you what you're talking about, in my opinion, Stephen A.? And this is why I want LeBron to go to San Antonio. And why he works in Miami. Who is alpha in Miami? Pat Riley. I don't give a damn who else you got. Pat Riley's the boss. He runs the show. What about Cleveland? There's nothing there in Cleveland like that. You know, it's just not there. And I like Eric Spoelstra a lot, but LeBron has not yet played with a coach who can do for him what Phil Jackson did for Michael Jordan, which was partly to harness his ego and use it productively in the group. Insofar as LeBron's ego is destructive and not productive, I believe it's because he hasn't yet played for a dominant coach. Apologies to Spoelstra, who I think is very good.
Well, listen, I'm not going to go for that because even though Spoelstra was relatively young, when you have the support of the man, the unwavering support of the man, by virtue of that, you're an extension of that individual, and that gives you an elevated level of cachet. In the case in Cleveland, obviously, well, wait a minute. In the case in Cleveland, obviously that's not the case. Remember, David Blatt was Jan Gilbert's guy, not Tyronn Lue. David Griffin, the GM, was the one that wanted Tyronn Lue, which is why he made Tyronn Lue the highest paid assistant. Just recently, according to my sources, when Kobe Altman walked into a locker room after a Cavs loss, LeBron told him to shut the hell up and get out my face. You ain't been around here long enough to be talking to me. LeBron actually said that to this guy. Now, this is a guy that has a promising future in the NBA. That's not something LeBron would have ever uttered out of his mouth towards Pat Riley, but clearly you could say that to a rookie GM that is Kobe Altman. So your points are valid, but in the end, it speaks to who LeBron is or has become as a leader. I'm saying he's the greatest player in the world, but there's other accountability that goes along with it. That can't be ignored.
I agree. Jordan and Kobe were the same thing. They need a strong personality running the show. I agree.
And at the end of the day, LeBron's a strong personality because he got what he wanted. New